guys, it's coffee time with my new Norway mug. You know who you are. And my sick glasses. I'm not going to keep wearing these though because they're really hard to wear and see-through and etc. Whoa! Oh, you were lint. Good. I thought there was a giant flying bug that just decided to emerge right when I started filming and I was like, it was lint. It's unfortunate. So, yesterday we had a fancy ladies' night and it was super fun. It was, Erin Lee and Ro and Court Pants and I, four of us, we got together and we were like, we should eat healthy food and do something super awesome. So we all got together and Courtney Pants brought Mortal Kombat. So we all got together, we made stir fry and we watched Mortal Kombat and we were like yelling through the whole thing. And then after it was over, Ro turns around and goes, I really want to play Mortal Kombat now. And all of us went, we should play Mortal Kombat. So ran into my room, grabbed Mortal Kombat, and we played Mortal Kombat forever. And it was so much fun. Ro learns very quickly. Ro is going to be a contender. Because at first she was not quite sure what to do. She was beating me a few times by the end. Spamming, but beating me. So I was like, dude. So I taught her how to use like the X-ray and stuff, and she's getting there. But it was really funny because we were talking about Halloween, because we were talking about how awesome the costumes were, and Courtney Pants was like, dude, you guys, we should totally dress up as Mortal Kombat characters for Halloween. And I was like, that sounds awesome. And then later when we were playing the actual game, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was like, oh, I'll totally be Katana for Halloween. And that's the moment that I realized that I was thinking of a totally different thing than they were, because well, I think it was Ro. Well, Ro was like, oh man, I'm totally gonna be Katana. Or was it? No, I think it was... No, Courtney wanted to be Katana. Or did she change? By the end, I think she wanted to be Jade. Because at the end, Jade has that, like, pole dances on her, like, weird beam sword. And you're like... Anyway, moving on. I'm stalling for too long. They were talking about the girl characters. I hadn't even thought about that, because all that I could think of was, yes, Mr. Spielberg, I will be Lady Scorpion. How awesome of a costume would that be? I've never seen somebody try to be Lady Scorpion, Lady Sub-Zero, and Lady Reptile. And maybe Lady Noob, since he's kind of in that family because he's a clone. Right? Isn't he? Wait. Oh, typing in Noob clone isn't going to do well. I'm just going to type in Mortal Kombat with that. Yeah, he's a Sub-Zero clone, right? Yeah, anyway. But yeah, how cool would that be? I want that to happen. Although that feels like not just a Halloween thing. That feels like I'm gonna go to a convention as this sort of thing. Because that would be a lot of work. Because Scorpion throughout the years, his costume has gotten a little bit more intensive. When we were watching the movie, we were like, because, you know, they did the thing from the very first games where Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile all look the same. Like, almost exactly the same. Which is so sad. I'm glad that they're starting to make them a bit different. Although, I hate that for the most part, Reptile is never in disguise in these games anymore. Like, he's always just his reptile form. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Especially now. Okay, this game is supposed to be a reboot. Where's his human form? I know it's a costume you can get, but I feel like it should have been the beginning costume. Too excited. Oh, the other thing during the movie, everybody was making fun of me for, was I kept pointing out things that made no sense. Like, they had, not Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung. They had Shang Tsung, the sorcerer bad guy, for those of you who aren't into Mortal Kombat. They had Shang Tsung say flawless victory, even if it wasn't a flawless victory. Flawless victory is what it says when you've done the entire fight without getting hit yourself. He would say flawless victory when both parties had been hit. And I was like, incorrect. They used it constantly, and I was like, no, it's not. It's a KO. It's not a flaw. Made me so angry. I think the first time that they used it, it was correct. And then they just overused it. They, like, oversaturated it throughout the entire script. And I was like, this is unfortunate. This is unnecessary. I don't know what's going on anymore. Confused. There was another thing. that I pointed out? Oh, just the fact that Sub-Zero and Scorpion were like bros throughout the whole movie. And then I feel like at that point their characters hadn't really been developed all that much, so. Ooh. That sounds like a motorcycle that's spitting up something. That's sweet. But overall, it was a very fun, violent ladies' night. Had a lot of fun. Yeah, that stir fry was good. It was a stir fry that Ro's dad made all the time, and so she was like, I'm gonna try to make it. And we were all, like, even Ro, we were all like, kind of like, oh, is it gonna turn out good? How's it gonna turn out? It's really good. Erin accidentally put a bunch of it on her plate and then just like made a pool. Like the soy sauce just like exploded out, so it was just like a bowl of soy sauce with like a little bit of stir fry in it. And we were like, let's go drain that because that's not gonna taste good. Unfortunately, she doesn't like rice, otherwise the rice would have like soaked it up big time, but yeah. Very fun. Poor Joe though, he had to be shoved into his room. Right when everybody showed up, he was like, okay, bye. Just went in his room. We were like, oh, Joe. But it was a ladies' night, to be fair. So, I'm glad we finally got to do it. We've been talking about doing it for like a week. Maybe a little more than a week. Maybe like 2 weeks. I really want to see Planet of the Apes, though. That's not like super connected with anything except that we watched a flick. But a bunch of people went and saw Planet of the Apes last night, and I really wanted to see it. I wanted to see it before people started saying it was good. Can I just put on the record right now? Is Chris Media still in town? We were gonna go see it together. Chris! I'll text him later. I got too excited. I'm like, wait, is he gone now? Sad face. Well, Chris, if you ever watch this, know that if you're gone and I don't get to see Planet of the Apes with you, I'll be very sad. But I will tweet at you how I felt about the movie. On the record. Oh. Today's gonna be a good day, though. We're going to, the I Am 8-Bit convention, and Courtney Pants's Peanut Butter and Jams that I'm in is going up on her channel, so you should totally check that out. I'll put her channel in the description. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm like, you guys know who they are and where they are. It's not a big deal. And then there's like a wall of comments that are like, how do I get to this person's channel? And I'm like, oops. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that should be a nice combination of terrifying and off-putting. So you should definitely check that out. And it's way weirder than I think any of her other Peanut Butter and Jams have been. It's a music show. She has a music show where she talks about, she has like 2 song picks of the week. And then she has a guest who has another song pick. And I got to choose 2 songs. I was really excited. In place of music news for the day, so. Yeah, it was good times. So there's that. Yeah, and I Am 8-Bit. We're going to that. We're going to their VIP thing tonight, I think. I'm gonna try to talk to the dude who started it all. And be like, hey, but if I can't, that's totally fine. I can just talk to artists and geek out and be like, oh my god, I Am 8-Bit. So, yep, that's gonna be my day. So I'm really excited for it. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Wow, this week is blowing by. Good times. Well, I'm gonna go, so I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.